Everyone, welcome to this reading and this video as we are getting to the end of this week, but also it's my time of coming back to the channel after a week off, and I've had a really wonderful time. It was just so good for me to have a break and stop and just have time to myself where I'm not having to do certain things. You know, I had time off work as well, and it's the first time I've done that since I started the channel. So it was amazing, and and I really realized how much I needed that for myself, and I'm feeling more refreshed as well. And got a lot of messages coming through and healing, all sorts of things that were happening as we were in that 1111 portal. And I hope you did the same as well, and that you're feeling good. And yeah, so I'm back to do a reading now. I've put a post on the community page as well in relation to a change that I am bringing on the channel from some of the messages that I received. So, do check that out if you haven't seen it. There's a bit of more of an explanation there. But, the shorts that I did with the music, where you have divine masculine to divine feminine messages, you won't be seeing those on YouTube anymore. However, come and join my TikTok. You'll be able to get those messages on a daily basis. Do check those out. So, the link as well for my TikTok is going to be in the description box below. I would love to see you there. And there's going to be different types of shorts, but coming in on the channel. I just have to listen to the guidance coming in. We are growing, we're evolving, we're moving forward. And so is the channel. Is the message that I received. So I have a bit of a different setup as well in my office where I do the readings. I am now facing a different, sort of the window that used to be on the side. And also I have more like a stand to put my phone. So I'm not actually putting it on a box where it falls off anymore. And I've got a bigger desk as well. So that will help when I'm doing readings facing the camera, but also, when I'm doing lives as well. So let's jump in to see what is coming through. So when I woke up in the early hours this morning around 4 a.m., it was 3 something, and I got this message. It just came into my awareness. It was like a question in relation to the journey, and it was a question saying, what will help you us both, or what will help you both, you and your person, you and your divine masculine, what will help you both to get to union at this time? So at this time, what will help you both to get to union? So I'm bringing in decks that have been guided to. We've got the Light Seers Tarot, we've got the Intuit Oracle, we've got the Twin Flame Ascension Oracle, we've got the Guardian Angel Inspiration, and also Almost Tarot. So we are going to be seeing what's coming through. So starting with the divine masculine, thank you angels, what will help for them to get to union at this time? What will help them to get to union? So that's what we are getting. So thank you angels. For the divine feminine, what will help the divine feminine to get to union? What is coming through? Okay, right. And then we're also going to bring in the Twin Flame Ascension Oracle. What will help divine masculine to get to union? What will help divine masculine to get to union? What will help them to get to union? What will help divine feminine to get to union? Okay, and then we're also bringing in this Intuit Oracle. What will help divine masculine get to union? In fact, I'm getting this one. It's only the divine feminine. What will help divine feminine get to union? So for this one, just the divine feminine, okay? And then this is the Almost Tarot. What will help divine masculine get to union at this time? What will help them get to union? What will help divine feminine get to union? So big cards jumping out there. Okay, and we'll finish with some messages from the angels. What will help divine masculine get to union? Thank you, angels. Okay, what will help divine feminine get to union at this time? Right, so let us see what is coming through here. So we're going to start with, we're going to do the decks each, with each deck as I go along. I feel that's the best way for me to do this. So I'm just turning these round. So this is divine masculine. So what will help divine masculine get to union? Okay. And then we'll take the light seers tarot for the divine feminine as well. So the cards that have come out for you, the divine feminine, we're starting off with what will help you get to union. We've got the judgment card. And the judgment card is that message of that call that is coming in for you. It's like rising up, into the light of your soul, connecting with the light of your soul, really sort of stepping into who you truly came here to be. That's about releasing the things that have been holding you back, stepping into your power, but also connecting with your soul, listening to the guidance of your soul, really moving forward. This is that call that comes from the divine, that comes from God for you to be who you truly came here to be. As you release the things that have held you back and you really sort of, really step into your divine feminine power. That's about you being soul-led on your own path, coming out of being, really lost in the mind and the fear and really moving into soul. So that's what I feel you are being shown is what is going to help you to get to union. So it's a powerful card to come through. It's also about rising into your true power, rising into becoming a greater version of yourself. Those are the things that will help you to get to union. The other card that has also come out for you is also here. We've got here the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords, this is, you can see sort of thinking, things coming from sort of the thoughts that you think, your vibration, and sort of decisions that you're making. And what I feel here is that, you're being shown the more you're thinking positive thoughts, the more you're giving out that, trust and faith, and that things will work out for you. You are making decisions that are helping you to move forward in your own life. That is going to help you to get to union. So this is also a lot about where you are as well when it comes to your own mind. If you are lost in fear, then you're creating more of that. It's like what you're creating, giving out to the universe with where you are within the self. So when you are thinking positive thoughts, you're creating more of that, the things that will then bring in that union and the things that you are dreaming of. So that's what's coming through for you as well. And then the last card that we also have, we have the Three of Wands. So Three of Wands is the card of planning, and I feel that this is also about you thinking about your future, what it is that you'd want to see, visualizing it. It's like it's still in the distance. It's not quite there. That union hasn't quite come in yet. But, you are thinking of it in a positive way. You are trusting that it's going to happen. You're sort of planning for a beautiful future. You're living behind the fear and really focused on things that will help you to move forward in your own life. So you may be making plans in relation to things you're working on, your creativity, making plans for travel, making plans for doing things that you love, things that you're passionate about. The more you're making those plans and planning things to do with your own life that help you to keep moving forward in your own life, that is going to help to bring in your union. That's what I feel this is showing you here. It's like leaving behind things that are not serving you, but really looking forward to what it is that lights you up inside, that you love to do, and doing those things, your passions, you're working on your mission, all those things, looking after the self, planning of how you can do things for the self. All those things are really going to help you to get to union. So that's what's coming through for the divine feminine. For the divine masculine, the first card that came out is the King of Cups. So what you're being shown is what will help them to get to union is the love that they feel for you, the divine feminine. Even if it may be love that they keep to themselves for some time, but they have that love for you. You can see the vibration coming through from the heart there. They have the love for you, and it is the love that they have. Even if there may be all sorts of fears, their ego may come in, and there may be, a karmic situation in the way, whatever blocks and challenges are in the way, but the love that they have for you, because they are in the King of Cups energy, is what will get them to union with you. That's a beautiful card to come out for the divine masculine. The other card that came out for them is the Seven of Pentacles. And this is a card of planting seeds, setting intentions, And what I feel is that, you're being shown here that it does take time for them to get to union. It's something that they'll be wanting because they have that love for you. But, there are things that they need to work on, things that they need to sort out in their life, things that they need to heal. It's like they're planting a seed towards that union. And it's something that takes time for it to get there. So, they also have to learn to be patient, and really stay focused as well, being focused on what they're doing in their own life, being focused on moving forward and the things that they're working on, and really sort of having a vision is really going to help them as well to be able to get to that union with you. So that's what you're being shown. So this is also about planning as well for them, setting intentions, really sort of working towards their goals and dreams as well is what is going to help them to get to that union with you. Releasing any fear that's holding them back from being able to then come forward, that will also help them. And the last card that we also have for the Divine Masculine is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles really is the energy of finding balance. That's what I'm really getting here. You've got the green energy, which is the energy of healing. When they go through their healing and they're releasing the fear and the things that have been holding them back, and they are becoming more balanced in themselves, more grounded as well. That's going to help them to get to union. This is that energy of no longer being fearful or being, held back by people pleasing or whatever. It's like getting that balance within, getting into that place of really knowing who they truly are, and really moving forward in that. So that will also help them to get to union. The other energy I'm getting here is that you, their Divine Feminine, will also be what will help them to get to union, because you are already in this energy, or you're working towards this energy if you're not quite there yet. This is that energy of balance, that Queen of Pentacles. You're focused on your own life. You're creating your pentacles. You are living your life. You are calm. You're balanced. You're in alignment. I talked about this on 11/11 as well. And you in this energy, because you and them are one. The more you're in this energy, the more that's going to help them as well to move forward, in their own life. So you, their Divine Feminine, the one that they'll be thinking of, the one that they love, but also your energy will really help them as well to get to union. So that's what's coming through from that deck. The cards that came out from for the Divine Masculine, we had the one card, and it says soulmate, and it says clearing core wounds. So what also is going to help them to get to that union with you is clearing the core wounds. This is the healing. This is the releasing, the things that have been holding them back. That is going to help them. The more they're doing this, it's going to help them to then be able to come forward to you. We've got 3 there, which is the number of ascended masters. We're working with the Divine Masculines as well to help them to clear core wounds, to release what's holding them back, so that they can then be with you, their twin flame, their soulmate, the person that they're truly meant to be with. And you're both working together as well. I'm getting this energy of the both of you working together, as I was saying. As you are doing that, in finding that balance in your life, it also helps them, because you are that one, and the more you're moving forward, the more that helps them as well. The more you're clearing core wounds within yourself, the more it will also help them to do that in their own way, that things that they have to work on, but clearing core wounds will help them to get to union. And the cards that came out for you, the Divine Feminine. So the first one, you had a couple of cards that came through. So we've got practice self-love. And it says here, nurture your inner child. And it's 10-10. This will bring you power. The more you're practicing self-love, the more you're looking after the self. I put a post just before I went away, and my time away has been about practicing self-love and, nurturing your inner child, listening within, taking time for the self, being playful, doing the things that you love, all those things, looking after the self, self-care, being there for the self, putting boundaries where you need to, practicing self-love will get you to union. So that's the other message coming through for you there as well. And then we also have the other cards that came out is Path of Least Resistance. Choose ease and grace. So divine feminine, what will help you get to union is to move or to be on that path of least resistance. So, resistance is when the flow is taking you in that direction and you're trying to resist it because things are not the way that you want them to be. And you're trying to push things and make things happen. But being on the path of least resistance, being more in flow, is going to help you to really be able to get to union. So that's about choosing ease and grace. So when you choose ease on your own path, when you are flowing and you are trusting the divine plan, you're moving forward with where you are being led when it comes to your journey, choosing ease and grace, that is going to help you to get to union. So really powerful card as well to come through. And then the other cards that have come out. So first of all here, next we've got this is the Twin Flame Oracle that we have. So first of all, we've got here, for the Divine Masculine, nurturing, this is almost tarot. For the Divine Masculine, we've got nurturing energy. So looking after the self, learning to love the self is also going to help them to get to union. Being there for the self, loving the self is going to help the Divine Masculine to get to union. Higher calling has also come out. This is about them listening to the call that's coming in for them to release the life or leave behind the life that they've been living and move forward towards their higher calling. Listening to that call from their soul, that call from God, for them to move forward to that life with you, to that union with you, but also to the life that they truly came here to live. The mission that they came here to do. Listening to that higher calling will get them to that union with you. For you, the Divine Feminine, the messages that came through, we've got change. So for you, change will lead you to union. So not being stuck in the things that you've always done, where change comes in, embracing change, trusting that change is happening for a reason, really sort of just trusting in where you're being led. Knowing that change is happening for you, not to you, and going with the flow in relation to that change. That is going to help you to get to union. So change may come in different areas of your life. It could be a change in a job situation, a house move. I did a house move, and that has changed things for me and resulted in union. So that's the energy that's coming through. Listen to the guidance. Listen to the things that are coming in for you. Whatever change is being brought in, embrace that change because it is there to help to get you to union. And moving on from things that no longer serve you. Whether it's drama, whether it is gossip, whether it is people that are negative, situations that no longer serve you, certain habits, knowing things that are not really serving you. It could be your own overthinking, your own worrying when it comes to this journey, constantly wondering what is going on, when is it going to happen, moving on from all those things. Whatever that is, being lost in the mind, overthinking, codependency, all those things that you need to leave behind, moving on from those things will help you to get to union. So really powerful reading coming through. And then there's the deck that I was guided to do only for the Divine Feminine. So the cards that have come out for you. So we've got here the Broom. And again, this is the energy of sweeping away, releasing the things that need to go. And it says remove unwanted stuff, purging, a clean sweep, delete, total makeover, unavoidable cleanup, restoring harmony. So doing all these things, releasing things that need to go, remove the unwanted stuff from your life. And, that can be decluttering in your house, changing things around, whatever it is, walking away from situations, cleaning up when it comes to your own life. It's like the purification, purifying your body, mind, and soul, releasing the things that are holding you back. All those things are really going to help you to get to union. So really powerful. The other cards that came out as well, we have the Whip, and it says here, forced action, get cracking, snapped, driven, go faster, painful, tension, fighting, arguments, anger, harsh, doing it again, kinky sex as well, it says on there. But what I really feel that this card is talking about mostly in relation to getting to union. I mean, this deck gives you all sorts of different scenarios that it can relate to, but this is about forced action, taking action in certain areas. Maybe that change comes into your life. Rather than fighting it, you embrace it and you go with that change. It may be forced on you because you didn't expect that change to happen, but things had to go a different way. You're being redirected for a reason, and you get cracking with that. You move forward, and you take the change as it comes, and you really go for things, going for opportunities that open up, taking action when things happen for you. That is going to help you to get to union as well. And everyone has different directions that they're being guided to move in. The last card that came out is the diamond ring. So this is powerful, and it says here, all these things that we're talking about are going to lead you to that union, that life, that love that you desire. Proposal, engagement, agreement, next level, promise, partnership, statement of intent, marriage, union. So what a beautiful card to come through. So the angels are saying to you, with these cards that have come out, the more you're working on all these things that I've talked about, the more that's going to bring in that union that you truly desire, which is really beautiful. So the more you're working on the self-love, everything I've talked about, that is going to bring in, that diamond ring, whether it's that marriage, that is, that proposal, that engagement with your person, that union coming in for you. So really beautiful. Okay, and we'll finish off with messages from the angels as well. So for the divine masculine, release negative emotions to become more balanced within. So the more that they release those negative emotions, things that they're holding on to or have been holding on to for a long time, to become more balanced within, being more balanced within themselves, the Queen of Pentacles energy that I talked about at the beginning, that is going to help them to get to union. So this is what they're working on. The angels are helping them to release negative emotions so that they become more balanced within. And the more balanced they are, the more they'll get to that union. Angels are also saying to you, they are preparing to communicate with you. So, they will also bring in that communication, that preparation. They are in this place as well. So what will help them is to release any fear that's holding them back from communicating and actually bringing in that communication. And then to finish off for you, the divine feminine, the angels are saying to you, just knowing that you are exactly where you're meant to be right now will help you to get to union. Trusting the path, not trying to fight it, just living your life, knowing you are exactly where you're meant to be right now. That will get you to union. This is one of my day-to-day messages to really calm myself when it comes to my life. I've said this for years. I am exactly where I am meant to be. And also knowing that you are doing so well. Keep going, giving yourself that credit for the hard work that you've been putting in. I talked about this as well in the message that I did on 11/11. Give yourself credit. You are doing so well. Your angels are saying, keep going. So knowing you are doing well and continuing to keep moving forward, this will also get you to that union. And then to finish off, a calm mind brings you inner peace. So finding that inner peace, having that calm mind where you are no longer suddenly all over the place just because they've done something or they haven't done something. You are more in the place of having more of that calm mind, doing things that you need to do, going out in nature, meditation, whatever it is that helps you to have that calm mind, finding inner peace. Inner peace is the powerful sort of a thing that you can have that no one can take away from you, the more you find it in yourself and find it within. So having inner peace, it's like getting into that place of that inner union, a calm mind, that alignment, the balance, and having that inner peace will help you to get to union. So that's what's coming through today. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. I hope to jump on a live at some point, but let's see how that happens because I'm actually in London tomorrow, but we'll see. I'm sending you all so much love.